I totally support the Houthis as a Jew. You said that, Norm.
Yeah, totally.
The Houthi flag says, God is the greatest, death to America, death to Israel, a curse upon the Jews, victory to Islam. How do you reconcile this?
I have no problem reconciling it for this very simple reason, and you'll allow me, you can disagree, I have no problem with that. From my first conscious moments in my own life, okay, my parents loathed the Germans. They didn't loathe the Nazis. They hated the Germans. In fact, I vividly recall my father once recommended me a book on the Nazi Holocaust. And I asked him, what makes this book special? And he said to me, I liked it that the author didn't talk about Nazis. He talked about Germans. Now, my parents were very decent human beings. The apple did not fall far from the tree. But I could understand that sentiment. The only Jews the Houthis have known are the Israelis. It's a regrettable fact that they don't know, have never experienced any other kinds of Jews. I remember I once asked my mother, just out of curiosity, did you ever come into contact with a German who was decent? And she said to me, she thought hard, and she said, I remember one German soldier, he had a kind of guilty look on his face. That was all she could remember, one. So it doesn't surprise me that she loathed all Germans. Do I wish the Houthis were more discriminating in their slogans? Of course I wish it. But do I understand where it comes from? Yes. And will that slogan of theirs color my appreciation of the fact that alone among the world's peoples, they are resorting to armed force to stop the genocide in Gaza? I have to ask myself the question, how would my parents have felt if this ragtag army happened to be situated on a point in the world's map where they could inflect the outcome of the final solution? And these people, this ragtag people, hailing back to the Middle Ages, they were investing all of their physical resources and moral energy to stopping the extermination. How would my parents react? Would they ask, what are their political slogans? I don't think so. That's my honest reaction. I'm not trying to be rhetorical with you. You asked me a concrete question, that's how I reasoned it through.
And we should be clear that that blockade that the Houthis have imposed is circumvented by the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan, which has created a land corridor to supply Israel with its vacuum cleaners and consumer goods.
In your characteristically slow and pointed speech pattern, Yisrael Chai.
I don't understand the relationship of those two statements, but okay. I want to speak honestly to you. If it does go somewhere, and I do believe a problem is lurking now, if it does go somewhere, it's of your own making. You've gone too far. They said already, a book I wrote in 2008, the title was taken by something written by Gideon Levy, referring to Operation Cast Lead. And the title was, This Time We've Gone Too Far. And Cast Lead is now a pale comparison to what's happened to the people of Gaza. And I don't say it with glee. I'm just saying, if you do go somewhere, it's of your own making.